Welcome back to the Sunday Business Page.
As our weather gets colder, it's a reminder that Thanksgiving is right around the corner. That means that it's time for all of us to help our neighbors in our communities to have a happy Thanksgiving by providing them with a turkey dinner to mark the holiday. KDKA TV is proud to launch the 2018 KDKA TV Turkey Fund. It's a tradition that began with Al Julius, continued with Wayne Van Dyne, Yvonne Zanos, and Rick Dayton, and members of our KDKA TV weather team, meteorologists Jeff Frizella, Ron Smiley, and John Burnett. This year, the need is greater than ever. We're so pleased to welcome Jim Baloris, Executive Vice President and Southwestern Pennsylvania Market Manager for PNC Bank, and Tracy Weatherford Brown, Chief Advancement Officer for the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, to the Sunday Business Page. PNC plays an instrumental part in collecting funds for the KDKA TV Turkey Fund and matching them. Thanks for the wonderful work that both of you are doing. Welcome to the show. It's so good to have you with us. Let me start, if I may, with Tracy, because I think it's always important to remind people of the need. We sort of take for granted that there's plenty of food for everybody, but there really isn't.
Yeah, well, it's interesting, John. There is plenty of food. Our problem is that not everyone has access to that food. You know, we know that 1 in 7 of our neighbors struggles to ensure that their households remain food secure, meaning that, not that, I think we've all been hungry from time to time, right? Like, I may wake up this morning hungry, but I know that every week, every month, every day, there's going to be enough in my household to feed me, my husband, and my 4 children. That's not the case for all of our neighbors.
1 out of 7. That's a remarkable statistic right here in southwestern Pennsylvania.
Absolutely. Our 11 counties in southwestern Pennsylvania, 1 in 7 of our neighbors.
So the experience is that we have plenty of families who go without a turkey on Thanksgiving Day?
Yeah. Well, not in Pittsburgh. Right?
Because of the KDTV Turkey Fund. And Jim, that's where PNC steps in and helps. Tell us exactly what the role of PNC Bank is in this wonderful effort.
Absolutely. Our goal is to help collect the monies, right? So we have 135 branches in the 10-county area that customers, non-customers, Pittsburghers can walk in and make a donation to the food bank. And then what we'll do is, if you donate $50, we're going to match that. So we'll double the money. So what we want to try to do is encourage people to donate at least 50 if they can see it in their heart. And a lot of us have been having a great year, so we want to make sure we can give that to those that are in need. And then what we want to do is have some fun with this, right? So we have schools, and we have corporations, and we have small businesses that have fun little activities to raise money. So have some fun, help your neighbor, and we'll make it easy that you can donate it at PNC.
Right. You know, I think a lot of us think that, you know, those folks who can't get food to eat, can't put a turkey on the table, we sort of define them in our own minds. And we don't recognize that really there is hunger everywhere.
Absolutely.
In the suburbs, in the cities, in rural areas. Can you give us some idea of who these folks are that we're really helping when we contribute to the KDKA TV Turkey Fund?
Yeah, John, I was struck recently. I was in the lobby of the food bank. A woman had come in and she was talking to someone on our services side of the house, and she was kind of explaining what had happened to her that caused her to come into the food bank that day. The year prior, she'd been married. She'd had a full-time job. She and her husband divorced. Her parents had to move in with the family because they were having medical problems. She lost her job because she was struggling to care for both of her parents. And I think for many of us, we're maybe one paycheck away from something like that happening to us.
I'm so glad you said that, because, you know, my regular viewers know I live in Mount Lebanon. My church is very active in food efforts. And the fact is, we've got plenty of folks, even in a suburb like Mount Lebanon, that a lot of thinks is full of just tremendously wealthy people. That's just not true. And you are absolutely right that one moment you can be doing just fine, and the next moment your family situation, job situation, and the like changes.
Right.
So how does this work? What is it exactly do these families get?
Yeah, so what we're really able to do through the KDKA TV Turkey Fund is we're able to go out and purchase gift cards. We actually do most of that business with our friends at Giant Eagle. And that allows families to go in and purchase that holiday meal on their own, which is, you know, so empowering. And we are helping families in a number of ways around the holidays. We really amp up our efforts with our produce to people distributions, where people are able to get fresh food. And all these families are families who are registered with our local pantries.
So that in addition to getting the turkey, the coupon or the gift card that gets you the turkey, you can also go to the area food banks and get produce and whatever you need to have a nice turkey dinner for Thanksgiving dinner.
A full holiday meal. That's the goal.
So, Jim, how do we contribute? Besides going to the bank, going to the bank, and by the way, let's emphasize again, you don't have to be a customer
No.
bank.
Anybody can come and make a donation. You can go, there's a P.O. box. KDKA has a P.O. box that you can send a check to. P.O.
Box Thanks, we've got it up on the screen, Pittsburgh 15230.
And then you go to kdka.com with a credit card. You can make a donation there, so it's easy. Whatever way you want to do it, go to the branch, send a check, go online.
But the benefit of going into the branch bank,
we're going to match it.
You're going to double it up. You give 50 or more, and that's such an important contribution.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea over the years how many folks we've helped?
Oh, I can't even imagine. There are 336,000 neighbors in our region who are food insecure. We try to make this gift through the Turkey Fund reach as many of those people as we can. So if you multiply that over 37 years.
So John, I can tell you last year we helped
47,000
families.
47,000 families because of the KDKA.
We collected about $537,000. So we want to beat that number this year, and I know that the Pittsburghers out there will step up to the plate.
And besides PNC Bank, you mentioned Giant Eagle, we've got other corporate sponsors who have been involved in this and are involved, and that's always very much appreciated. I want to thank you both. You're leaders in the community. You clearly are doing good by all of us. The Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank does awesome stuff. PNC Bank, you're everywhere.
Thank you.
Much appreciated the work you're doing. And hey, folks, join me in contributing to the KDKA TV Turkey Fund. It's a really important effort that we really, frankly, as folks on TV, enjoy doing because it reaches so many wonderful people in the Pittsburgh area. We'll be back with more of the Sunday Business Page in just a few moments. Stick with us.
The Sunday Business Page will be back in just a moment.